Like a butterfly or like a bee, like an ant as busy as can be. These little words we call the busy peas.
Preposition.
9 or 10 of them do most all of the work.
Of, on, to, with, in, from, by, for, at, over, across.
And many others do their job, which is simply to connect their noun or pronoun object to some other word in the sentence. Busy peas, if you please.
So, like he said, prepositions help us to connect words to other words. They help us to describe what's going on in a sentence. They could tell us where or when something was happening so we can understand the sentence better.
On the top is where you are.
The top relates to where.
With a friend you'll travel far.
With a friend you'll go.
If you try, you know that you can fly over the rainbow.
Over the rainbow is where you can fly.
So take a look at those 3 examples they gave us. So on the top, they're telling us where these little preposition bugs are standing. With a friend tells us that they're not up there by themselves. They're with someone. They're with a friend. And then we see that the person notices they're on their head, clicks them off their head, and then they use the preposition over to let us know when they were flicked off the person's head that they flew up, they flew over the rainbow before they fell.
Busy prepositions, always on the go. Like a bunch of busy bees, floating pollen on the breeze, buzzing over the meadows, beyond the forest, through the trees, into the beehive. Busy, busy bees.
Beyond, over, on, through.
Busy
We can see those are a lot of prepositions that help us by describing where something is happening. Into, like a container. Like in the morning, maybe you pour some juice or some milk into a cup so you can drink it. Beyond is saying that it went past something. So if you were going to, I don't know, you were going to go somewhere, like to go eat somewhere, and you said, oh, it's beyond the Walmart. That means you have to go past the Walmart. Over, like they talked about with the rainbow. On, like on the person's head. Through, which we talked about in our DLR today, going from one side to the other side of something, like through the forest. You start on one side of the forest, you end up on the other side.
Prepositions, always out in front, on the edges, in the crack, around the corner, from the back, in between the action, stating clearly to your satisfaction the location and direction. Prepositions give specific information.
Though little words they are, they never stand alone.
Gathering words behind them, you soon will see how they have grown into a parade, a prepositional phrase.
So they gave us a lot of examples with the different preposition bugs. So they had like out in front, they had on the edge, in the crack, around the corner, all sorts of ways they can tell us where these things are, where these little preposition bugs are. Like they told us, prepositions are words that help us to be more specific so we understand the sentences better. And like they said, they're never alone. You would never just use a preposition kind of on its own. It always goes with, like they said, a prepositional phrase, another group of words to help it explain. It's not just over, it's over the river or it's through the woods. It has to be with another set of words to help it explain. Over what or through what. To grandmother's house. So they're letting us know the path they're taking. Over the river, so on top of it, through the woods from one side to the other. and into grandma's house.
A prepositional phrase with a noun or at least a pronoun bringing up the rear. A little phrase of 2 or 3 or 4 or more words.
Prepositions, attention, forward march.
Busy prepositions, always on the march. Like a horde of soldier ants, inching bravely forward on the slimmest chance that they might better their positions. Busy, busy prepositions.
In the air, on the ground, everywhere.
The sun sank lower in the west. In the west it sank.
And it will rise in the morning and will bring the light of day.
We say the sun comes up in the east every day.
In the east it rises.
So they gave us the example of the suns in the west or in the east. So that's the direction where you could see the sun.
Busy prepositions, busy, busy, busy.
On the top is where you are.
On the top.
If you try, you know that you can fly.
Fly where?
Over the rainbow.
So prepositions are something that we use in sentences to make the meaning more clear, to help our reader understand, to be more specific about where or when something is happening. And we'll talk more about them this week.